Okay, so please make sure, the sub should have taken your homework, okay? If not, when this is over, okay, she'll pick it up. So, make sure that you turn that in for today. If you don't have it today, please make sure you bring it tomorrow and turn it in. Okay, today we're gonna go over rate of change, okay? So what is rate of change? Rate of change is going to be the term that we use when we're talking about slope in the real life, okay? So all we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding slope, okay, the same way that we've been finding slope, okay, but now the only difference that we're going to have for rate of change is we're going to have to include the units, okay, and so I'm going to show you and explain to you what that means. Okay, so if we look at this first example that we have, okay, we have a table, we dealt with tables yesterday, okay. Again, we are finding the exact same thing. So we're finding slope, we're doing the exact same thing as we did yesterday. Okay, so we're going to have our y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We're finding it the exact same. So again, my first two steps are to take my 2 points and label them 1 and 2. Okay, it's always, even if it's not labeled up here, x and y, they're always still going to go in alphabetical order. So x will always be on the left, y will always be on the right. Okay, so now we can go through and we can fill in our formula. So what is the y value of 0.2? Is 250 minus, what is the y value of 0.1 here? 150. Divide that by my x2, which is 2, minus my x1, which is 0. So when I do this, okay, 250 minus 150 is 100, divided by 2 is going to be 50. Now, yesterday we started at 50, okay? We can't start at 50 because it's asking for a rate of change. So my rate of change is going to be my y value, so money, per my x value, months. Okay, so we have y over x, the same thing as saying money over months. My y value over my x value. Okay, for this we're just saying per, for my division line. So dollars per months. Okay, and this here would then be my rate of change. Okay, so again, only thing we're going to is units. So if we look at now the next one, okay, now being able to take it from a graph. So again, same thing as yesterday. So I pick my 2 points. Here's 1 point, and here's another good point. I'm going to label 1, 1, and 1, 2. So now I go and I have my y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And I put in. Okay, what is the y value of my second point? It is 0 minus the y value of my first point, 40, over the x value of my second point is 6 minus the x value of my first point, which is 0. Okay, so when we do this, we get negative 20 over 3 in our calculator. Okay, are we done? No, we're not. Okay, we don't have our units. Okay, but again, you're looking at units. What was my y units? What are the units on the y-axis? It's the amount of air in cubic feet. So we're just going to write the units right here. So cubic feet. You can write out cubic feet if you don't know how to write it like that. Okay, now what is my units for my x? Minutes. I have that bar, which what does that bar mean? It means per. So in my answer down here, I'm going to have cubic feet. I go up to down, top to bottom. So cubic feet per minutes. And now now I have my full rate of change. Okay, again, exact same thing, all I'm doing is adding units. My y units over my x units. Okay, next. This was a little bit different because we haven't talked about this, so that's there. Okay, so this is verbal. So Jessica is trying to save up enough money to buy a bike. She has $50 already in her piggy bank and plans to work by mowing lawns for $10 an hour. Okay, for this one, we're going to find everything. Okay, so what is my, so to be able to make my, we're going to eventually write our equation for this one. So our y equals mx plus b. Now, my m, remember, is my slope, and my b, remember, is my y-intercept. So if we look here, my y-intercept is, remember, at 0, what do I already have? So, she hasn't worked at all. She hasn't mowed any lawns. How much money does she already have in her piggy bank? $50. So my y-intercept is going to be $50. Okay, now we need to know slope. Okay, when we're looking at slope, we're going to look for we're going to look for that rate of change. So $10 for every hour, whatever it is. So if we look here, she makes $10 for every 1 hour that she works. That's going to be my slope. So my rate of change is $10 per hour. But when I write my equation, I don't really need to know units. Okay, so now when I write my equation, exact same thing as yesterday. So I have y equals, my slope, we said was 10. I keep my x in plus. And my y-intercept, what she already had, was 50. And there's my equation. Okay, I know some of us might be like, what? Okay, I'm going to do another one. One more. Okay, so for this one, Austin is trying to see how many hot dogs he can eat. He decides to pace himself by eating 3 hot dogs each minute, and he is starting with a massive pile of 45 hot dogs. Okay, this starting should be a keyword. This each minute should be keywords to help us realize what is my y-intercept, what is my slope. Okay, so again, we're trying to be able to eventually write our equation. So y equals mx plus b. So I need to know my m, which is my slope, and my b, which is my y-intercept. Okay, which one's easier to figure out? It's always going to be your y-intercept. Okay, so what are they already starting with? Okay, that's what our y-intercept is. So they're starting with 45 hot dogs. Okay, now this is when the slope gets a little tricky. Okay, they tell us our average rate of change. Okay, our rate of change is saying he eats 3 hot dogs each minute. Now, is my slope going to be 3 or negative 3? Okay, so it's actually going to be negative 3. So if I have, let's say, I'm not going to draw 45 of them. Okay, well, let's say these are my hot dogs. Okay, and he is eating them, and he is eating them, and he eats 3 of them. Because he's just killing it. Okay, what happened? The hot dogs are taken away, right? He ate them. They're not in his massive pile anymore. So my slope is actually going to be negative. So if we're taking away, if we're eating, anything like that, we always want to have a negative slope. Okay? So now that I have both of these, I can now go and I write my equation. So my equation is going to be y equals m, which is my negative 3, and I keep my x in plus always, and I have my y-intercept, which is 45. Okay, now I went through some of these. Okay, now what you're going to do at your table is you have at each table stations. Okay, they're in a little packet. They're there's 6 different stations there. So on a piece of notebook paper, your own notebook paper, okay, each of you have to have your own piece of notebook paper that you're turning in. You are going to write down Station 1, and underneath Station 1. So it's going to look something like this. On my notebook paper, I'm going to have Station 1. I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to say, okay, there's 4 questions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to go answer them. And then underneath that, I'm going to write Station 2. Underline it so I know it's big. And it has 4 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the gist? Okay? And you're going to do that, and you're going to work with your table, and you're going to figure all these out. Okay, some of them may be a little bit more difficult than others. That's okay. Okay, I need us to finish, I need us to do what we're supposed to do, and I need us to make sure that we turn it in so that I can see how we're doing. Okay, how we do on this is going to depend on what we do tomorrow. Okay, depending on if you have homework tomorrow. So I need us to really try to do this. Especially having a quiz on Monday. Okay, I need us to make sure that we are actually putting forth the effort to understand this and be able to really work on this. When you are done, you're going to turn it into the sub, and you're going to put your calculator away, okay, in the correct spot. The sub shall not pick up any calculators. All calculators must be put up before you leave. Okay, if you have any questions over the material, over any of this video will be posted on Canvas. Okay, so you can go back and you can watch. If you have any specific questions, email me and I'll email you back. Okay? All right, go do your work.